Hey guys, I just talked about, Seth Rollins kind of blasting fans a little bit. Well, not totally blasting fans, but basically giving his opinion on how he feels about those that talk about WWE and not really having a clue of what they're talking about, basically because they don't know what it's like to work there. But here's the thing, and I did a video about this before. It doesn't matter who we really are. WWE can come out and say, or any wrestling promotion, or any fighting promotion, whatever, can come out and say that they listen to the fans. But there are promotions like WWE that will say that, but in truth never follow up on it. And here's the thing. We can come on here on YouTube, and I've mentioned this before in a video, but we can come on here on YouTube. Doesn't matter if it's myself right now. Doesn't matter if it's Alex, aka Deluxe Man. Doesn't matter if it's Jeff Siegel, aka the Schleg Daddy of OTRS Central. Doesn't matter if it's Jerry, aka JD from New York. I think that's who it is. I think that's his name, JD. Yeah, JD from NY206. It doesn't matter if it's Jerry, JD, if you will. It doesn't matter if it's Aaron Riff. It doesn't matter if it's Chase Oliver. It doesn't matter if it's the Brad Rules. It doesn't matter if it's Jeff MchMahon. It doesn't matter if it's Solomonster, Jason Solomon, Don Tony, Kevin Castle, The Mish, Joey Numbers. It doesn't matter who you are. MJ Knight, British Fist. Doesn't matter. Mike Route, doesn't matter. Okay? We can come on here until we're blue in the face and say WWE, to quote Angry Joe, to paraphrase what Angry Joe says sometimes about a game that he thinks has potential to be good, anticipating to be good, and then when he plays it and sees some of the changes that have been made, his reaction is, and God forgive me for saying this, to quote Angry Joe, you fucked it up. And that's basically, how a lot of fans feel about WWE at times, especially with Raw and SmackDown, and some of the inconsistencies about things going on around there. It's like basically, to them, WWE fucked it up. Vince McMahon fucked it up. But guess what? We can come on here. We can do videos like Deluxe Man did about a week ago or so, asking WWE what the fuck happened. We could have JD from NY206, Jerry, who's the voice of House of Glory Wrestling, HOG Wrestling, come out and basically on his podcast Off the Script blast WWE for the inconsistency. We got Solomonster at the end of the week do the same thing. We got Don Tony and Kevin Castle and the Mitch of Wrestling Soup come out say the same thing. We have Kyle Love Wrestling say the same thing. British Fist. We have Jeff Siegel, the Schleg Daddy, say the same thing. Everybody, Aaron Riff, Jeff MchMahon, everybody, MJ Knight, everybody, including myself, could come out here and we could blast WWE for all its crap that it's given the main roster, all its inconsistency, and still praise the likes of NXT, NXT UK, and 205 Live. We can praise all that, and even on occasions praise certain moments that do occur, moments and matches that do occur on the main roster. But most of the time, and I said this before in a previous video, all we are to WWE, all our voices are, despite them saying we listen to you guys, is this. This could be Deluxe Man going like, Deluxe Man used for an example his reaction to Lacey Evans being named referee at Stomping Grounds. He said the moment he saw that, this is what he did. He went to the nearest wall and went boom, boom, boom. Hit his head against it. You know what WWE hears? WWE doesn't hear hear the next man saying that and being concerned and going like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have done that. You know, we should listen to Alex. No, this is what they hear. You know, they're not like that. Companies like WWE are not like that. What they do instead, when they hear this, it's not like they get concerned and go, oh, maybe we should redo the match and make it AEW like or something like whatever. No, this is what they hear. This is what they hear. They don't hear boom boom. This is what they hear. They hear. That's all they hear. To them, it's like this. To them, it's not boom boom boom. Boom against the wall. It's this. It's. That's all they hear. JD can get on his mic and yell and chant to the heavens above of his frustration of WWE. And WWE, they won't acknowledge it. JD is the voice of HOG Wrestling, House of Glory Wrestling, who is associated and partnered with the likes of Impact, one of WWE's not so biggest rivals, but one of their up-and-coming competitors. And yet, JD can scream his lungs out. And all WWE hears this. He could get on his mic and go, this is JD literally in frustration. He can go, this is fucking stupid. This what WWE is this. Excuse me. Sorry, had something come up there. But Jerry could come on, and this is Jerry most of the time. If you follow his YouTube channel and his Twitter, and you should. This is what he does on Off the Script. Most of the time I've seen him talk about WWE, this is JD. This is, and I quote, and I won't quote, but this is sometimes what I hear him saying. He goes like, this is stupid. WWE has no clue. Vince McMahon needs to get out of here. He needs to leave. And all that. JD is like that most of the time when it comes to his frustration in his company. But do you think WWE cares? No. This is what they hear. They don't hear JD going, this is stupid. WWE, you are out of your mind. Vince McMahon, you are out of your mind. No, this is what they hear. This is what they hear from Jerry. They don't hear this and go like, oh man, we've upset Jerry of House of Glory. We need to change our stuff and make him happy. No, this is what they hear. This is what they hear. They don't hear, oh, this is stupid. This is what they hear. They don't hear. This is what they hear. They don't hear a loud person on YouTube and Twitter screaming his lungs out, yelling his lungs out. No, they hear. That's all they hear. They hear whispers in the wind. That's all they hear. Jeff Siegel, the Schleg Daddy, can yell till he's screaming and blue in the face about the inclusion of Jeff Jarrett in the Royal Rumble and the inclusion of Jeff Jarrett over the next 2 weeks after, on the Raw that followed and the week after. Assume a Jeff Jarrett position, yell and scream and swear his lungs out and his brains out. And WWE, they just hear a whisper. Jeff Jarrett could go, assume Jeff Jarrett position. Get down and go like, and 1 second. Could do that. And all WWE is, that's it. That's all they hear. That's all they hear. And unless you're Seth Rollins, or a Kofi Kingston, or a Brock Lesnar, or a John Cena, who could, and should listen to the fans, and take the fans' opinions to the guy that's pushing you. Nobody's going to listen. Vince will not listen. Chase Oliver can come on here and rant and be angry with WWE, and instead, all they hear is same thing with Wrestling Inc. Same thing with Don Tony, Kevin Castle, Joey Numbers, Jason Solomon. Oh, they could come out and they could rant, they can argue, they could joke about what's going on, and all WWE hears is that's it. That's all they hear. And the only reason WWE at times will give us what we expect is to shut us up. It's kind of like when somebody runs for office. They will say all the right things. They will do all the right things. But as soon as they're elected, most of the time, they don't follow through on them. And that's the damn truth. They'll say and do the right things just to get your votes. And once they're elected, I don't care. I don't need to follow through on that now. I got what I wanted. That's how WWE is. Once in a while, they'll throw us a bone, give us what we want, and in the end, they'll come back and be like, yeah, we gave you what you want. That's fine. We gave them what they want. Now we're going to give them what we want. That's all. We gave them a decent, somewhat passable stopping grounds for a bit. Now we're going to give them what we want, and we're going to crap all over them. Instead of getting Baron Corbin out of the main event, we're going to keep him in it. Instead of removing Lacey from the Women's Championship match, we're going to not only continue her situation with Becky, but now we're going to put it in main event status. It's like they toss us a bone. They toss all of us a bone. They toss us a bone. They do some of the things and say some of the things we want to hear. And do some of the things we want. Give us some of the matches we want. And the results. Throw us a bone here and there. But in the end, it's mostly to keep us quiet. It's like taking the keys and rattling it in front. Taking your keys and rattling it in the front of a baby. Baby, giving it to said baby, maybe even the toy keys that they sell for the babies to have, shaking it in front of them, giving it to them to shut them up. It's like you go to a store, and I can say this from experience. You go to a store like Walmart or Target or whatever. You're walking around, the kid knows where the toys are, where the toy sections are. Either they're in front with the little card games, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, or in the toy section itself. And they will whine and complain and whatever until the parent or the guardian or whoever is with them at that time gives them what they want, just to shut them up. And that's exactly what WWE does with us. With fans like us. We can yell, we can kick, we can scream, we can rant, we can joke, we can make fun of. And once in a while WWE will throw us a bone to shut us up. Because in the reality, guys, all WWE hears when we're ranting and screaming and bumping our heads on walls and all that, and assuming certain positions, whatever, all they hear is this. Whispers in the wind. Whispers that mean nada to them. And that's a sad fact. So until the day comes, and hopefully it'll be soon, because you think Fox is going to tolerate this BS, you got to think again. So until that day comes, all we are going to be is whispers in the wind. That's all we are. That's all these voices are going to be. So I say save our breath. Just come out here, do a regular review, give our thoughts, and say, WWE, this is how you want to do things, fine. We'll be patient. We'll wait it out. Because we know that your new home on Fox, the people there are not going to tolerate this BS at all. And it's not just going to be waiting for them. It's going to be waiting for the debut of AEW on Wednesday nights, possibly on TNT. We'll just come out. My suggestion, just come out. Do a regular review. Don't raise your voice. And in the end, just say, you know what? The reason we're doing this is because we're going to show we're patient people. We're patient fans. Because we know the time's coming where you're going to have to pick up the pace. You're going to have to give us what we want. Because you got competition coming around the corner with AEW. And you got a new home in Fox. And the people there are not going to tolerate this BS. That's it. That's about it. So, guys, that's all I can say. What are your thoughts? Give me your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear from them. And I'll talk to y'all later. But honestly, that's all I have to say. Because all we are to them is whispers. Our voices are just whispers. That's it. So let me know what you guys think down below. And I'll talk to you all later.